said about, saying things on camera, but what is he saying in person or, on the sly? He literally on camera said, "Can we just inject bleach into our bodies?"
Yeah, and then everybody said he was joking, but he wasn't joking.
No, actually, he said this too. So when the George Floyd protesters went to Washington, he goes, "Can't we just shoot them in the legs?"
In the legs, he said that.
He said that. Yeah, to his national security advisor. Can we just shoot them?
And there's so many people that love him.
Not kill.
I don't understand it.
Not kill them. Just injure them.
Can you say white supremacist?
But not even that. I mean, okay, I get it. But he's bad at everything he does, and he's a bad person. Couldn't you like a real businessman? Like okay, I don't love Jeff Bezos, but if he ran for president,
Elon Musk,
right? But if he said, if one of these guys said, "Listen, I'm going to run for president, and I'm going to run America like a real corporation, and I'm not going to do all this stuff, but I'm really going to run it successfully," I would be happy. But when you have a wildly unsuccessful guy who literally has taken his shit into everything he's done, and then he does it, how do you go, you know what? That's a pretty good fucking idea.
My dad gave me $200 million, and I turned it into $50 million.
Yeah, it kind of blows my mind.
He's been bankrupt 7 times. His specialty is lawsuits. That's all he does. He doesn't pay contract. He is a piece of shit. Anyone who likes him, I have no respect for you.
Okay,
None.
well, here, I'll give you a little something.
I like his hair.
The state of Kentucky is on the hook because he's going there. Is going to have to pay $100,000 of extra security, okay? Now, he's supposed to pay that back, but, okay, Trump still owes 14 other cities over $2 million that he is, and I quote, never paying back.
And he just got sued, and the court ruled against him that he has to pay back all those hotels. He was bringing people in for their hotels. Right. He's just a filthy animal.
But you know what? He's got more hole-in-ones than you.
Does he? Does he? I don't know.
Well, as far as you know.
There's the story. There's a story.
Ted gauges your success as a person by how many holes in one you have.
I actually don't have any.
And you're an unsuccessful person, Ted.
There's that story that he had. He was golfing with someone, and they were both approaching a par 3, and he had his caddy run up there and throw the other guy's ball off the green.
Yeah, no, I read that book, Commander in Chief.
Yeah.
I read that book. Yeah, listen. If that's your thing, then that's cool, right? But just go with it. Just go with it. And enjoy it.
Here's the bottom line. I can't beat anybody in golf, but if I was a good golfer and I was playing against Trump, thank you. But if I was a good golfer, I was playing against Trump. Obviously, I'm going to lose no matter what because it's Donald Trump, right? So, if I'm a pro and I shoot like 75, Mr. Trump, yeah, you won.
Well,
sir.
that's like letting your boss win, right? If you're playing checkers against your boss,
you gotta let your boss win.
Yeah, and you could like quadruple jump and end it. You'd just be like, I'll just move this over here.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just say you're going to shoot 80 that day or break 80.
People?
And your boss,
what?
And your boss is like, he's like a 110 shooter or just something horrible. But you got to let him win. Like, what would you do to make that happen? You'd have to lay it down hard.
So wait a minute.
You got to lay it down hard.
I'm a very successful player. 80. I've shot under 80 plenty of times. I've shot around there.
But you got to lay it down hard.
So would I shoot 111 to let that piece of shit shoot 110?
That's
no.
Right.
You know what I would say? Play better.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't.
Well, and you would look like an idiot. That wouldn't make sense.
Right. If I went out and shot 111,
just 4-putt,
I would be some terrible, horrible piece of shit. Oh, I'm sorry, Ted. No, I'm sorry. Okay, this one seems kind of stupid, okay? A professional rattlesnake handler, like a very popular one, died last week after being bitten by one of the snakes.
Well, snakes are reptiles, and they don't have any loyalty to anybody. They don't discriminate. Yeah.
All right. Now, everybody said he died doing what he loved, but here's my problem with this. He's a rattlesnake handler, and he had no rattlesnake antivenom.
So that's what I was going to say was you would think, because I think the guys in India with the cobras, I think they inject themselves so they build up a tolerance to it, right? You would think that.
Yeah. So, and he did not have any of this. And I say he died not doing what he loved because he's an idiot.
He died like a moron.
Yeah, he died like a moron.
Like the tiger guys.
Right. That's, yeah. So here's what I'm saying. If you're a fireman don't you make sure you have a fire extinguisher when you're playing with fire?
Definitely.
Right? I mean, I assume firemen, let's like all get together and like burn crazy shit just to do it. I mean, wouldn't you be humiliated if your garage burned down? You're a fireman. Your garage burned down because you didn't have a fire extinguisher? Yeah. I think all the other fire people, I'm sorry, not firemen, fire people, fire hitters, fire
guys,
kickers, fire kickers guys. would just like be like, you're a dork, man. Your garage burned down again.
I don't want to speak bad about the dead, but yeah, I mean, you can say he died doing what he's loved. You can also say he was a fucking moron.
Right.
I have a funny fireman story if you want to hear it.
Are you going to tell the story about when you tried out to be a fireman?
I did.
Teddy, we heard this story already.
Tell me what I said.
You wanted to have sex with one of the firemen because he was hot and he didn't have a shirt on. Start listening to our fucking shows, you dick. Listen, my sister listens to more fucking shows than you have. She knows what's happening, and you have no idea.
I never got any fan mail from her, so I don't know that.
Dude, there are children in India who have listened to more of what you've said than you have.
And Jordan?
Oh, my God. Yes, we have listeners in Jordan. I mean, we have listeners in Myanmar. If you can believe that.
And they will execute your ass for
what? I didn't do it.
No, actually.
Johnny did it.
I don't want to pick a side.
You know what's cool about Myanmar?
I am. Amber Heard side.
They will whip you. They will cane you for minor offenses. That's
throwing gum on the sidewalk.
That's kind of hot. That's hot.
I don't know what to say.
That's so hot. We better get a fireman in here.
What the hell are you... Dude, oh, my God. Okay. Listen, number one, Teddy, I'm giving you homework. Okay, the homework is just download each of the shows and actually listen to it. Okay, I don't. Maybe you'll quit.
Who is this one guy? He's funny.
Who's this guy? Ed's Tips for 20s. This guy's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, you guys like pillows, right? You guys use pillows?
Definitely.
Ted, do you use pillows when you sleep?
Oh, I hug a pillow every night.
Oh, God.
Sure.
You know what? I knew you could turn it into that. Ted, do you bite the...
No, not pillow biter.
I love me a good pillow, too. The pillow guy, Mike Lindell, he loves pillows.
Well, yeah, he manufactures them.
Yes, he does.
It's his livelihood.
And he loves other shit. He loves Twitter. Yeah, he actually loves Twitter. He's been kicked off Twitter twice now. Did you guys read about this?
Yeah. Because of the Trump conspiracy theory with the January 6th riot and election and stuff. Yeah.
So he got kicked off.
Yeah, he's on board all the way. Yep.
Yeah. So he's kind of crazy about it, and then he came back on, and I guess there's a rule that says you can't come back on. So he's a brain surgeon. He came right back on and said, "Hey, I'm this guy, and I'm right back on." And they immediately kicked him off because he's not allowed back on, right? And so I had to do my research. Okay. And I had to find some information about him because, I mean, here's a guy who's like, he's got this giant corporation. I've seen the...
Did you know he was like a hardcore... I mean, he actually did crack.
Yes.
Like when he was before he had My Pillow thing, he was as hardcore of a crack addict as you can be without dying of an overdose.
So he actually wrote a book called, I believe, Crack Addict to CEO. Yeah, he wrote a book, Crack Addict to CEO, and you can get that on Amazon for $9.95 with a coupon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now here's something I didn't know. He grew up in Minnesota in a trailer park next to a pickle factory. Yes.
I live in a trailer park.
Johnny, it's so great.
I lived in a trailer park.
Next to a pickle factory?
No, next to a liquor store.
You can't write this stuff. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah. So it's great. One day we're going to get video on here so you guys can see the look on Johnny's face when I said pickle factory, and he was just like, wait, an actual pickle factory? Is that the strip club?
That is not what I was expecting.
Yeah. So
it's like it's a Clausen pickle factory. It's okay, Jeff.
Oh, see, and I immediately thought it was like a male strip club called the Pickle Factory. Yeah. When I found it was an actual pickle factory. So I could not live. I love pickles, but I could not live next to that smell. There's no way.
It's very pungent.
Let me guess real quick.
Pungent.
Let me guess real quick. The end of this book is it dawns on him that, drugs, crack, it's not a race issue. It's a socioeconomic issue because I'm poor and I'm white, but I'm smoking crack. So I guess, no, that's not.
No, I'm pretty sure it went. I'm pretty sure it went. I'm the one guy in a billion who could lick a pickle.
Oh my God! I can't believe.
Who could? Okay, who could stop doing crack and
Right.
everything, and then so he's kind of like everybody should be able to, right? So this guy, he had a problem. So he also was he had a problem with gambling, cocaine, alcohol, multiple DUIs, and is a convicted felon.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
So you know what I would predict if I didn't know who he was? I would predict that he would become a minister or a preacher. No, I swear to God.
Or a senator.
I swear to God.
So senator was the thing. So here's what's funny. Okay? And as fucked up as he is and as much brain damage as he has, you guys probably didn't know this, but until Trump lost his re-election bid and Mikey Boy went all in on the stolen election thing, he was a front runner for the governor of Minnesota.
Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota at one point, so I mean that would be kind of cool. I mean, so obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. So how hard is it to be a governor?
Listen, you have to vote for me.
How hard is it to be governor?
Stopped doing crack.
Teddy, I'm not saying that he couldn't.
Rod Blagojevich was the governor of Illinois. He didn't know anything about anything.
Teddy, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this guy, with all this fucked upness and all the stupid shit he did, there was a very good chance until he went full retard. And you know who told us you never go full retard. Okay, he was a very, very good chance of running for governor of Minnesota and winning.
Sure, I agree with that.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Some right wing crazy magazine called him the bravest man in America.
Remember Anthony Weiner, who showed his wiener to everybody except Santa Claus? Yeah, he was almost going to win the mayoral race in New York City a few years ago until he showed his wiener to like a 15-year-old.
You have to
for the seventh time. Though.
Yeah.
I think
You
it's
got
for the
to promise
seventh
to win the presidential election and just put us right, man. It's really
time.
getting bad out there.
Yeah. Do crack and show your dick to everybody.
I think what we need to do is, here's what we need to do in the presidential election: kill them all, like God sort them out.
Yes.
Just kidding.
We'll edit that out.
Just
because-
kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Wait. Everybody jokes about killing people, right?
Actually,
all the rich people.
Actually, I
Teddy.
wasn't kidding.
Yeah. Okay. So, and this is after everything, right? That he could have been. He was a crack addict and all this problem, and that he could have probably been the mayor the governor of Minnesota, which probably would have led to him running for president.
I'd vote for him for mayor of Minnesota, but not president, because I mean,
Are you trying to trade votes now? You trying to listen? Here's the weirdest part. On his MyPillow website, you can buy a Mike Lindell bobblehead and life-size cardboard cutout of him.
Actually, I want the bobblehead, just like this one.
But just be warned.
I want the bobblehead.
Fair warning, there is a disclaimer. You cannot get that life-size cardboard cutout through a 36-inch door opening. You have to have the extra-large 42-inch door to get it through.
Dude, I'm gonna get 3 Mike Lindell bobbleheads for sure.
It's funny because he's fat.
I want the bobbleheads.
Oh my
I want the bobbleheads.
Who buys a bobblehead
I want the bobbleheads.
of some guy who runs a fucking pillow company? I mean, is Jeff Bezos out there? Is there a Jeff Bezos life-size cutout and
it.
bobblehead? It just seems like how
I don't want the cutout. I want the bobblehead.
Oh.
Yes.
Ted.
I'm gonna write this down.
And you know what, folks? Ted will never own that bobblehead because he's going to write that down and lose that piece of paper in like 10 seconds after this show is over. Okay. I have a new best friend, okay? And his name is Charles Herbster.
Never heard of him.
What? Are you kidding me? He's running for governor of Nebraska.
I did not know that.
Wait a minute. He's a very bright guy. He has some very specific ideas. He wants to take sex education out of the schools and put it back into the home. Yeah. He says he doesn't want people teaching kids about sex education.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
I just am okay with that. I just said okay because I was like, just listen to what you said.
Now, this guy, he's endorsed by the Donald again. He's one of these guys, so you know what's coming. Anybody got an idea?
He believes the election was stolen.
No, here we go. He might want to add. So he took away sex education. He might want to add sexual misconduct education to the school's curriculum. Okay.
Don't grab him in the pee.
Yeah, that's where I was going to.
And here's why: 8 women have come forward to say that the Herbster is a groper.
You know what? It's not 10, so it doesn't matter. If it's not 10, it doesn't count.
Oh yeah, Teddy's thing is
you're not in double digits. Doesn't matter.
You're not actually legally bound or in trouble until 10 women say that you've done something wrong.
If you're a grown man, you only have 8 arrests. But if you have 10 arrests or more, then you're a problem. But 8 or 9, you're good.